Hello, my name is Mike, and welcome back to the Council. Last time, we found the holy spear tip that pierced Christ's body, and it's apparently very important that we get that, and then we held on to it when we were confronted by Manuel Godoy of Spain. So now we're running back to our mother. We're going to join her at the wharf, and the plan is to run away. Run away from this place, and I guess come back later when we have more things we can use to fight the demons, because our mother is convinced that there are demons here. So let's go rejoin our crazy, crazy mother.
Ah, Louis.
Ah, yes.
Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
Oh, I bet you would.
Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me, what's with all the bodyguards?
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in the search of Sarah.
Yep.
I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
I will say yes.
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her own choices of her own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons.
Yes. Oh, so you know she's here. And it's false, right?
So you're gonna tell me she's wrong, and that she's a liar?
She's right.
Really?
Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
You're the devil! I don't know if that's an accusation I want to make. So, since when have the demons been among us?
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
I wanted to ask about certain historical events, but that's 4 skill points, so never mind. It's probably not important. Do you manipulate thoughts?
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men and to read and steer their thoughts.
Luckily for me, I've got so much mental fortitude you won't be able to penetrate.
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
I see. Well, that might explain why Piaggi was having a bit of a rough go. He might have been mentally scarred.
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
Do you now?
Of course you do. And you expect me to believe that, I suppose.
Louis, demon is just a word. It all depends on what exists beneath the surface. I understand that this isn't easy. The culture of men is centered on the fact that demons are responsible for all the evils on Earth.
But if it's the same in every single culture, then maybe there might be something to it. Don't you think?
Certainly there is something to it. Control. Man has spent his existence wishing to believe in the supernatural and imposing his belief on others. What could be more convenient for manipulating the masses? A perfect, inaccessible being and a plethora of demons in every one. The perfect idea to relieve men of all responsibility while still finding them guilty.
I'm confused as to why you're telling me this, but thank you for that dump of information. So, how many demons are there? Maybe 3?
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels.
I knew that off the top of my head.
Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family, but it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are because a large number of our kind remain hidden or never reveal themselves even to us.
I see. So, I'm going to come out and say it. You're the devil. You're a devil.
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
Prove it! Drop your trousers! I would inquire more about the folklore, but that's 2 points and I'm not willing to spend that. So, how do you know my mother is in the building? Did you find her severed arm in your study?
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
Really? She didn't mention that part.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together, until I revealed my true nature to her.
And the Al-Azif book is tied into all this?
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
Okay then. I think my final question is what your intention is regarding men. I think you just want to manipulate them. What's the end goal, though?
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
I suppose that's a noble goal. What do you know about the Hillsborough twins? Do you know how they're tied into all this, since you're giving me all the information right now?
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything
Or
to do
what happened to John Adams' daughter?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself.
Completely forgot about her.
A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life.
I knew it!
Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments? I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis.
You're giving me a lot of stuff to process right now. 2 more questions. Von Borchert, the guy we met at the very beginning. He was working for you.
So, Von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What, you mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of Von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
Don't know why I just gave you that information for free, but okay. Why are you holding a conference instead of just possessing us? If you have the ability to possess minds, why aren't you possessing my mind right now?
If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
I'm trying not to be too critical about this whole thing. The story is very silly. It's very embarrassingly silly. Yes, you're all demons, but you've got the noble goal of not manipulating each other, but you do, but not really.
But how do you agree on global policy?
Locally, we often have competing interests, and sometimes we start wars between men which are linked to our disagreements. Most of the time, our father steps in and gives directives, which my family follow to the letter. Indeed, in my opinion, it is high time we moved on.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated, and it's time to evolve.
Well, I'm sure everything that you have to say is very interesting, and certainly not long-winded at all, so I should be going.
I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
Must we?
There is one question that remains to be answered.
Probably several.
Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
I'm a demon too! He needs me. Considering all things, he probably does not. He needs the support of the Order. Probably not either. He wants to retrieve the spear. Well, yeah. Apparently, I can see where he's going with this.
I've got an idea, but it might seem stupid.
Trust me.
Am I one? I mean, am I a demon?
Would you like that?
Maybe?
I must admit that the idea is appealing.
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me, you are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Cool.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from?
Charisma.
Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow.
Sure.
Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's absurd.
Have you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis, I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
She killed my
Sorry you
mother.
had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Oh! Bombshell there.
Liar!
Peru!
Well, well. So now you're his bastard. You really took me for a fool. Don't make a move, you clowns!
Everybody keep calm.
Don't say a word or I'll shoot your kid! Not so clever now, are we? At last I found a way to put the pressure on you, Mortimer.
Look, just calm down, monsieur.
You stopped me from ending it all. Because of you, I've had to pay for it. You don't know what it's like. He's in your head. He's in your soul. I never want to feel that again.
Jacques, I did not betray
You're
you.
just like him!
Well, you say that. Hold on. Let's see. Immunities. That's immunity. Don't do that one. He also has to know to have it. How can that human dare to threaten me? Mortimer is lying. I'm not like Mortimer. Come on. It's me, your friend.
Jack, I've only just found out that I'm his son.
You can't hold that against me.
You don't understand. You're already in his clutches.
That's not good.
Everything was set up to bring you here and reveal the secret of your birth to you. Open your goddamn eyes! You've always been under his thumb! So, what are you gonna do now? You've just found out your true nature. What difference does it make?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I'll manipulate him. Make him believe that I already knew that. This isn't the first time I've heard of it, despite the fact that I just said that. No! This is not gonna work.
Jack, I can assure you that what Lord Mortimer just told me makes no difference.
That's what you think. But you're already in his hands. And you don't even know it, Louis.
No, Jack, it's the contrary. Everything that's been happening here has been carefully planned by the Golden Order for months. And everything is going exactly as planned. Lower your weapon. It's all right. It's over. You'll make it through. And you're going to get your life back.
You're just like him. You are already. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it, but it's already too late. In fact, I haven't got any choice.
You always have a choice. You know very well what will happen to you if you shoot me.
Does he? Because if he shoots me, then I die. Your daughter will grow up without a father. Ooh, I don't know if I want to use that against him. He does have a daughter, I found out. If you shoot me, there'll be no one to stop Mortimer. I would be a good demon. No, there's no way that's gonna work. Your daughter's gonna grow up without a father. I really don't want to threaten his family.
You're going to be held accountable, and you will lose everything, starting with your freedom and then your head.
I told you, I don't care.
Not about yourself, maybe, but what about your daughter? It wouldn't be the same for her, would it?
Shut up! Shut up!
She will be alone, in a world that you know is hostile. What will become of her?
That's true, but...
Don't abandon her. Not a second time. It's your last chance, my friend. It's over. Come now, mister.
You know what I told you. Evil and good depend on you, and not on your nature.
Yes, it's true, and the same holds true for all of us.
Monsieur Peru, I am willing to overlook this latest scene. You can thank my son for that. I think, however, that you ought to take your leave for your good and ours, as well as that of your daughter.
Wow, so this is an optional confrontation I just had, because it's entirely possible that last chapter he would have killed himself. Cool. And it's entirely possible that we'd have had to put him down there too. So 2 opportunities where he could have died, and he has lived. I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
Oh, well, I just found out I'm a demon, and I just found my father, and that my mother is not my mother. A lot of things.
To tell you the truth, I don't get much time to ask myself those questions.
Quite right. Best not to react to all this too suddenly. Take some time to think about it all. For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax.
Yeah?
You hold immense power. It's already there, inside you. Empty your mind of all
Trying to get into my head.
Just let me show you
No.
the way.
I should relax.
No!
Open your mind. Hear my voice.
No!
Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you.
Don't do it, Louis.
Deep inside, but which you have been concealing.
Don't trust him yet.
Trust yourself.
No!
It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
That's gonna make the old mystery-solving part of the game a little easy, isn't it?
But I'd be violating their minds, wouldn't I?
No, nothing of the sort. You won't really be penetrating their psyches. Let's just say you'll be picking up residual signals emitted by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying, and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy, and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later, if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Okay, I can now hear the superficial thoughts of people I'm talking to. Each use of mind reading costs 1 essence point. I can earn 1 point back when confronted to an immunity. Okay. There's a whole new system in place here. I gotta get used to it. Okay, I guess. Ooh, I can try using the mind reading power on him. But that would cost a point. I'll try it.
Let's see what Mortimer's thinking about.
He is thinking he might not have been clear enough with you. When I told you not to try to read into Gregory or our experienced demons, it also applied to me, of course.
You can hear me think?
Of course I can. I can sense you. For the moment, your mind shines like 1,000 lights because you haven't yet mastered the art of concealment from the psyches of others. So, I give you a weapon, and the first thing you do is try to shoot me with it. If my intentions were evil, you would already be at my mercy. So be very careful on whom you use the talent.
Okay, I will apologize. You just gave me a new power, and I didn't think it would actually work on you.
All right. Please excuse me.
And don't ever apologize, my son. You are far above that from now on. Now go. One more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
Yoicks. Okay. You knew all about that, and you... Okay. Well, that's a big shift.
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the war.
A lot of bombs dropped at once. I am a demon. My mother is dead. The woman I call mother stole me away from her. Also, my father's a demon, and my father is here, and it's the person I've known, I've been doing quests for, and he knows I'm a demon, and he's given me the power to read minds, and now I can read minds, but I can't read demon minds. Actually, I can, but I shouldn't, because there'll be negative consequences. And also, Peru is here, and Peru is now gone, so he's been written out of the story, which I suppose is fine. I at least got an optional confrontation out of it, which was pretty cool, and he is alive, so I'm happy about that. What kind of evidence was that? He tried to convince me, yes, you're a demon. You know you're a demon, because you're charismatic and have nightmares. The traits of a demon! Oh, no. I'm going to the wharf. I'm going to go talk to my not mother and see what she has to say about all this, but... despite how silly, incredibly silly this all is, it's definitely unique, and I'm certainly enjoying it. That's right, I'm a demon now. What do you got to say about that? That's what I thought.
Emily, what are you doing here? You wouldn't have seen... Mother?
Oh.
No!
Whoa, Mama's dead. Why would you do that?
No, what's happened? No, Mother! No!
She's ruined my life, Louis. I am sorry.
What were you thinking?
Emma meant everything to me. Your mother destroyed everything by shooting her.
You shot
She
her!
was me, and I was her.
What are you talking about? Wait, yeah, you're the one who killed her!
You're the one who killed Emma, not my mother.
And it wouldn't have happened if Sarah hadn't struck out at Emma first.
Okay. Kill her, get her out of... I needed to speak to her. It was very important.
I needed to talk to her. She was going to tell me everything.
I am sorry. I did what Emma would have done.
Okay, let's read that mind and see what's going on here.
Dear God, I beg you, make him kill me. I've had enough of it all. I no longer have the strength in me.
Get out of here, Emma. Just... get out of here.
Get out of here. Why have you always lied to me? Why didn't you ever tell me I was his son?
Okay. That's unfortunate. I did not arrive in time to save Sarah de Riche, possibly because the layout of the manor was so confusing, or because I asked too many questions. I did not stop Lady Hillsborough from shooting Sarah de Riche. Apparently, I could have stopped that whole thing from happening. Okay. I don't know what specific conditions I failed for that, but that's a bit shocking. A bit shocking that I missed out on a significant portion of the game there, on that chapter. On the plus side, Jacques Peru is alive, and I stopped Napoleon from taking the lance from me. Still, though, my mother's dead, so that's not great. Sarah de Riche is dead. Like, permanently dead. That's definitely a character I could have stopped from dying that is now dead. Unlike Jacques Peru, I think Sarah de Riche might have been significant to the plot, so that's not exactly ideal. Well, 4 available points. Where am I going to stick them? Let's get questioning up to level 2. 2 more points. I guess I can get occultism up to level 2 as well. Or I could start moving science up, but seeing as how I found out I'm a demon and demons are going to be a big part of this game, yeah, occultism, level 2, why not?